Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. My little man is by me. I'm hanging out with him right now, and I thought I would update you guys on my 22 and 2022. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling the best right now. I've been fighting a headache all day and my stomach feels a little bit off. It's like how I feel when I get food poisoning, and it's not quite to that extreme yet, but just feeling a little bit off. So I haven't done makeup or anything today. I'm lucky I even showered this morning. So it's one of those days. I just bear with me, please. I really want to get this update done because I have so many things that I'm behind on filming and editing, and I just want to make sure that I get some things caught up for everybody and for my channel as well. I went a couple of days without posting some stuff and it just felt wrong. I missed it, but at the same time, there was just so much going on in life. So I figured now, while I'm sort of on downtime, like just hanging out and whatever, that I would walk through my update with you guys. So please bear with me. If my kid comes to hang out with me or needs something, I'm going to talk to him, and I'm not editing this video. So please bear with me, okay? I know you guys will, because you always do. But we're just going to jump right into it. So the first thing is the MAC Double Definition Highlighter and Bronzer Duo. It started off at 46 grams and it's still at 46 grams because this is going to be something I use more in the summer. Obviously, that bronzer would be a little bit too deep, as well as the highlighter for me right now. So it's something I'm going to have to wait to use. So unfortunately, there's no usage on that. I decluttered my A Little Lusty blush from MAC. That one is actually sold now. It has a new home. So I removed it from my collection and also from the project. Number 3 item is my MAC Azalea Blossom Blush. And this was the MAC and Toledo collection. Just love the packaging. It's kind of a rubbery feeling thing, almost kind of similar to like the NARS packaging, but of course white, and it hasn't pilled or anything on me. And it looks like this. It's just a beautiful blue based, very cool toned purple, kind of beautiful blush. Very, very pretty. Mommy can't take pictures right now. He's got this little camera and he's taking pictures too. You go ahead and take some pictures, okay? Very cool, buddy. Yes. Very cool. So that one was at 75 grams and it's grown to 76 grams. So that one has no usage. I have put usage goals for most of these things, and I had like 10 uses and 25 uses and whatever, and I have reduced that substantially because I've made some changes to what I plan on doing to my collection this year. I planned on doing simply usage goals on things and not completing a whole bunch of stuff. But I was invited to do Pan Your Way to 5K this year with a bunch of girls from the Fantastic Ladies and some girls on YouTube and Instagram, and I really want to do that with them. I actually was like really pumped to be invited, so thank you to Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty for inviting me to do that. That was really thoughtful, and it just switched my mindset, my gear of simply getting use out of my stuff and really trying to do heavy usage. So a lot of these things have been changed from large usage goals to mini usage goals so that I can work more so on other things and getting them out of my collection and completing them. So the next one is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and currently I haven't used that one either because I'm working on my Too Faced bronzer palette right now, and I only have, I think actually I might have met that goal, but I have to check on that project because I'm not exactly sure where I'm at with that one yet. But I think I reached that goal, so I should start being able to use my other bronzers now. And the next is the Colourpop Cherry Crush eyeshadow palette. This has no usage. I'm really going heavy on my Pen That palette for the year. So this, like, I don't know. I really have to, like, after January, I think now I'm going to be, like, dedicating a couple uses per each of these, because I don't want them just sitting there either. But currently they're just for January. We're just sitting there because I was very heavily focused on my Size Matters Pen That palette. So the next one is the Stila Eyes Are the Window. There's no uses on this one either. And sorry for the glare. but it's super beautiful and I can't wait to jump into this one. It's stunning, nice cool toned eyeshadow palette, lots of metallics and shimmers and mattes, but currently no uses there. Also, Urban Decay Naked Heat. There's like no uses on most of these, but this is the Naked Heat one, and I haven't used this one either. I feel like this one and I just said it. The Cherry Crush one from Colourpop. I think those ones I'll probably start using a little bit more because they are sort of like reddish and pinkish. The Heat one is more so red and whatever for fall, so I could probably use that now for Valentine's Day, but also more so into fall as well. I don't know that I want to keep them in this long, but they're a year-long project, so these might just be sitting here for a while. And then the next one is the Melt Beetlejuice Recently Deceased. I have reduced, excuse me, my throat is very dry. I've reduced the usage goals from 10 down to 5 on this one. It's really beautiful. I love it. I did actually use this one once. And it has a massive mirror in there, like almost the whole way, except for the border. And it's got these really beautiful eyeshadows in here. So I did use this once, but I still have 4 more uses for that one that I need to achieve. And then I used the Huda Rose Gold eyeshadow palette. And this one, I freaking love this. It's such a good palette. It's the very original one, not the remastered. And this one I have a 5 uses goal, and I used this 3 times, and I had to stop myself because I was using it 3 days in a row, and then I had to like adjust to something else because I was really, really enjoying that one. So I have 2 more uses on that, and then it'll roll out. And then the next one I have is my ABH Norvina Volume 5 palette, and that is also 5 uses. I think most of these eyeshadows are 5 use goals, and the blushes and bronzers are like 15, 20, stuff like that, and 10. So I just have like random usage goals on those. And then this is the Volume 5. It's so beautiful. Very nice cool tone purples. There's not too much for warmth in here, maybe like a couple, but really pretty shadows. And I haven't used this one yet at all, and I really, really need to. But this one I have used. It's the Nicki Minaj Onika perfume. It's 30 ml bottle, and I didn't like right where I was when I started, so I just marked the back where I am now. And it started at 153 grams and it's down to 151. So I'm trying to sometimes use this, but my main goal is to use up the Kat Von D one first while it's still winter, because this one will be nice for summer. But I did get use on that. And then the Peter Thomas Roth Firm X treatment. This is amazing. It's empty. It's like completely empty. There's like nothing left in this package at all but air, and I love this so much. I keep it in my shower and I wash my face before I go in. Don't put moisturizer or anything, and then when I get into the shower I put this on my face and I just massage it and take off all the dead skin, and then I just rinse it off and then rinse off my shampoo. So it's just really nice to keep the shampoo on my hair and let that soak in and then use this. It gives me that time in between. It's just, I love this and I will be repurchasing that, but it is an empty already. So that was nice. And then the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse Balm. This one started off at 75 grams and I'm down to 46 grams. And you can see I'm like just about done. Like there's really not much left, probably 2-3 uses max. So I'm really close to finishing that one already. And then the Balm Mary Luminizer Highlighter, I've used this twice and I'm supposed to use it 12 times. So once I reach my completion date on my MAC project pan, then I'll start using my other highlighters more. And then I have the Becca Vanilla Quartz Highlighter Mini. It's 22 grams of product now, and it was at 23. So apparently I've used some products while other ones are growing. This one seems to be getting some love. So I'm really happy that I'm actually achieving some usage on that, because I really want this out of my collection before the end of the year. Well before the end of the year, so I can start focusing on some other ones and maybe hitting pan or getting some really good usage. And then, sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought here. My MAC Extra Dimension eyeshadows in Sweet Heat and Smoky Mauve I have not used, so I'll just show you those together. So they're still at the same weights as they were when I started. So those two are really pretty, but I just haven't used them at all. And I think I can use both of these with the Norvina one, so I'm not really sure. Like, I should just grab all of that and play around. And the Urban Decay eyeshadow, or sorry, Urban Decay eyeliner in Rockstar. It's this one here. And it's just a very deep, almost black purple, like plum shade. It's really, really nice. But it's very old, and you can see because the like the actual product inside of the pencil is like shifting away from the sides. So I know it's like really old and it's time to use it up. That one I've used once, and I'm supposed to use it 22 times, but I was focusing on a black one. So now I can shift over to this one. And then my stack of samples, I want to use 22 samples in this project in the year. And I have completed 3.5. So I finished those 2, which were the ones that I could use. These ones I'm just going to be giving away to somebody else. They were a little too deep for me. And then I also had, I finished another thing from NARS, a little concealer. So that one I should count in my empties, but I'm going to save it because that was in my 22. So that will count as my year-end empties. And same with the rest of these will all count as my year-end empties. And this is the Professional face primer. And of course I used that up. That was one use. And then I also used the Fenty, is it Blur Blend Perfect? I can't say that for some reason. You guys can see it right here. I have this already, and I tried shade 3, very light. Shade 5 is what I have right now, and I can wear that. And shade 7 would be really nice for my winter shade, but I think 6 would be better because it's more cool tone, and 7 was a little too warm for me. So I might actually buy 6 down the road as well, but currently I don't need it. So, and then the other one that I have that's... he's dropping his water bottle off the bed. I always have to check just in case. But I used up one of these. I am currently using the other side. This is the more like shimmery glow portion of it. And then this one's the more mattifying translucent powder. So I used up one of those completely. There is a lot of product in these, so it takes me a while. But I actually used 4.5. I thought I used 3.5. So that's really good. I'm super, super glad that I have so much usage on samples and I didn't even realize. And I can count those as my empties toward the end of the year. So I'm just going to mark down 4. And then once I'm done the other translucent powder from Laura Mercier, then I will go ahead and mark that down as my 5th empty. Then I have my MAC Fix Plus spray. This one is amazing. It's really, really nice. I love it. I love the scent. I love the way that it feels. I love that at room temperature, it almost still feels cooling, but also it's like freaking wintry. It's like so cold out. And so it's close by the outside of the house. So I think because it's near a window, it stays a little bit cooler anyhow. So when I'm like spraying it on my face, it feels refreshing. And I was at 106 grams and I'm now at 99 grams. So that one I've used up substantially and I plan to complete that one. And then I also have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This was in my 21 and 2021, I think. And excuse me, sorry. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyway, I didn't use that at all last year, maybe once. This year I've already used it 6 times. And I am making some pretty good progress. I don't know if you can even really see, but this one right here is starting to flatten out a little bit. And this one is, you can just see where the bristles are hitting. Like it's a little more obvious where the bristles are hitting. But this one is very high domed and it's a highlighter, but it's super, super subtle. It looks pretty strong there, but it's very, very subtle. And it's not something that I wear often. So what I do is I will try to lightly lay that down and then put my stronger highlighter over top of it. So that one is going to take me pretty much all year to finish, I think. But the other ones I'm doing really well at. And I think if this goes well, I will increase my usage to complete instead of just 22 uses. But I wanted to see what it looked like after 22, how long I think it's going to take me. But this is something I want out of my collection. And for $84, I feel like that would be a really substantial item in my pan that way to 5K or pan your way to 5K. So this would be a really good item to complete to reach my goal for that. And then the last item I have is my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW25. It started at 13 grams. It's now at 14 because I keep adding a lighter concealer to it. I'm sure you can see a little bit of it smeared in the middle there because it's too dark for me right now. It's my summer shade and I can still wear it, but you can tell it's just a hint too dark for me right now anyway. So I just add a little bit of my lighter, my NW20, I believe I add to it, or 15. I think it's 20. And so I add a little bit of that to it and then I mix it around. So I'm adding more than I'm actually using. And I did have completion, but I'm going to only use it 10 uses because I have a bunch of concealer samples I want to use up. And I also have this little concealer as well. So maybe when this one is done, I will throw this one in to complete or something like that. We'll see. It's just this one I know I don't want to finish by the end of the year because it is such a different shade for me and it's only going to be useful for me for a few months, where the other one is, I can't remember, light sand or something like that, and it's the shade that would match me right now, and I could use this even when I'm a little bit deeper. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but I think I may switch them out. And because I decluttered a little lusty, I could probably just add that in place of that for the year and just add it to completion. So that's something I'll probably do, but I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I'm so sorry that I'm not really feeling well and I'm not doing makeup. You can see my face is like starting to go red. I'm just feeling like a little bit off. So I wanted to take the opportunity to do this update for you guys, but I didn't want to take up too much time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing really, really well. Thank you again so much, and I will talk to you again in the next video. Bye, everybody.